Hello there and welcome to Weekend Primetime News live here on News First. I'm Mahina Bongsu. As usual, we start off the look at your headlines. Death toll owing to the adverse weather risen to 42. Vehicular movement along several roads disrupted. The bodies of the 7 who drowned in Thisavava recovered. Police used water cannons to disperse angry protesters in New Delhi. The death toll from the extreme weather prevalent in the island stands at 42, while 9 persons have been reported missing. Many parts of the northeastern province are continuing to experience heavy showers.
All 6 spill gates of the Natsudua tank were opened by 6 feet each today. This led to the Malwatoya bursting its banks and a rise in floodwater levels in the Mihindapura area in Anuradhapura. Houses located in the Rambaba area were submerged, with the Mahakandarava tank reaching spill level. The Jaffna Kandy road along the A9 road was also inundated. Meanwhile, 3 spill gates of the Thisavava were opened today, while the spill gates of the Noravava in Anuradhapura were also opened. Vehicular traffic came to a standstill along the Nagampatha Kulankuttiya road in Galnava when the Kulankuttiya tank reached spill level. The Horopathana town too was inundated today when the Horopathana tank overflowed, while vehicular traffic along the Anuradhapura Trincomalee road was disrupted. Floods ravaged several low-lying areas surrounding the Manampitiya town, where several houses were submerged. Those who were displaced owing to the floods in the Sumudugama area in Polonnaru are currently housed at the Pulatisi National Education College. The Gallala area along the Polonnaru Batikala road was also submerged when the Parakrama Samudra reached spill level. 4 spill gates of the Pavakkulama tank were opened by 6 inches each today when the Pavakkulama tank reached spill level. Therefore, the roads from Vaunia to Settikulam and Puvarsankulam were closed. Incidentally, a bus plying from Vaunia to Settikulam was caught by the surging floodwaters. Landslides caused by heavy showers affected vehicular traffic in the central hills of the island. An earth embankment collapsed in the Haggal area along the Nuvarelia Badula road.
The Disaster Management Centre states that over 222,000 people have been affected by floods and landslides, while over 3,000 houses have been destroyed. The National Building Research Organisation, or NBRO, commenced investigations today into cave-ins and landslides that occurred in the Matale district. Investigations have revealed that air pockets within the soil caused the cave-ins.
The NBRO conducted investigations today into cave-ins which occurred in Totagamua. There is a problem when you travel from Matale to Trincomalee, but we can't evacuate people from these areas and we can't stop the development activities in the area. Our design should comply with the nature. In addition, investigations were also conducted into landslides which occurred in Bambaragalawatta. This is a danger zone because the bottom layer of this land is made out of limestones. There are cracks in this layer, so when water penetrates, it flows with the soil. National Building Research Organisation has already recognized this area as one of the top 10 danger zones in the country.
Heavy rainfall experienced in many areas at the beginning of the year. Dry weather conditions since April. Water levels of reservoirs dropped drastically within 6 months. Shortage of water in the Yala season destroys 20,000 hectares of paddy fields. Ministry of Agriculture. Program to remove silt from reservoirs commences at the Balalu Hour. Intermittent showers in Anuradhapura. Spill gates opened at several reservoirs where silt was removed. Heavy rains experienced again in several areas. Spill gates opened at several reservoirs. Farmlands are destroyed. If silt was removed from reservoirs properly, then why are spill gates being opened at the first hint of rain? Shouldn't a program be initiated in the next harvest season at least to ensure farmers aren't left to despair?
Two more bodies from the group who drowned in the Tissa River when their boat capsized have been recovered. This tragedy claimed the lives of 7 people. 4 of those who drowned were residents of Ingiria.
The homes of 4 of those who drowned in the incident are located in Ingiria, approximately 13 kilometers from Mipe. Prasika Chandralal, whose body was the first to be recovered, was a newlywed. His wife, who is 7 months pregnant, was informed of her husband's passing this afternoon. The couple had been married for 1.5 years. The body of Muthukumar Sridharan, who also died in the incident, is to be brought to his residence. 18-year-old Sridharan lived here with his parents and younger sister. We also visited the home of a third victim, Shriyanta Peris. His wife and son were not at home as they had gone to Tissamarhama to claim his body. Shriyanta, the youngest in a family of 9, was 31 years old. Asela Niroshan, who lived with his mother and 2 brothers, was another victim of yesterday's tragedy on the Tissa River. The 20-year-old secured his first job a month ago. When we left the St. Peter settlement in Maha Ingiria, Niroshan's family, relatives and neighbours were preparing to perform the final rites. Duminder Roshan Gunatilaka, a resident of Godakavela, also drowned in the Tissa River yesterday. Duminder was a 24-year-old bachelor. A group working at a timber factory in Homagama left their homes yesterday on an excursion to Kataragama. Following the trip to Kataragama, the group arrived at Tissamarhama, where they decided to take an ill-fated boat tour on the Tissa River. 5 of the bodies were recovered yesterday. The police say that information has come to light that the boat, which had a maximum capacity of 10, was carrying 22 people. The police also say that medical reports show that the boat operator and several persons on board were under the influence of alcohol.
When considering natural disasters, we tend to overlook the impact caused to animals affected by such catastrophes. The extreme weather experienced in many parts of the island over the past several days affected a number of animals.
This is the Kaluwilaputana area, which lies between the Galgamoa and Amanpula railway stations on the Colombo-Anuradhapura road. The elephant was injured when it was hit by a train travelling in this route on the 20th of this month. Wildlife officers stated that the elephant sustained injuries to its foot and its trunk. The elephant, which did not have the strength to stand on its own, spent 3 days in a pool of mud. Area residents say that the elephant is pregnant. The heavy rains experienced in the area had put this elephant in grave danger. An officer from the Amanpula police and a driver from the wildlife department withstood the heavy showers in an effort to help the pachyderm.
Minister Rajitha Senaratne convened a media briefing today to explain about the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice.
දැන් තමුන්නාන්සලට මේ පිටපත් දෙකම තමුන්නාන්සලා දැන් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ තියෙනවා. දැන් මේකේ
Both these copies are now in Parliament. Some people talk about this procedure. Remember that this procedure is nearly 28 years old. For the first time in world history, a Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is going to the Court of Appeal. I do not know whether it is ethical. It was earlier said that the Parliament presents a motion and the Parliament examines it. But today the judges lodged a complaint which is examined by the judges themselves. Who are lawyers? Who are these independent lawyers? President's Counsel Vijaydas Rajapaksa is a UNP councillor and the President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka. It is people like these that have come together.
ජනාධිපති නීතිඥ අපේ විජේදාස රාජපක්ෂ මහත්තයා UNP මන්ත්‍රී අනිත් පැත්තෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා නීති සංගමේ සභාපති. මේ වගේ කොටසක් තමයි අද එක්ක වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
The Parliamentary Select Committee is no more. Our job is done. We were given titles and then it was taken away.
අපේ ටයිටල් දුන්නා ටයිටල් ගැලෙව්වා. මොකද්ද? ඒ කතානායකතුමාට තියෙන්නේ මේ නෑ දැන් කතානායකතුමා.
There is no basis for a case. How can he speak about a question pertaining to the Parliamentary Select Committee when the Parliamentary Select Committee is no more? Once a report is handed over to the Speaker, it belongs to the Parliament.
දැන් ඒ වාර්තාව මේ කවුද අපේ කතානායකතුමාට දුන්නාට පස්සේ ඒක පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ.
The United National Party Balamandala in the Dompe electorate was established today under the auspices of UMP General Secretary Tissata Nayaka.
අගවිනිසුරු සිරානි බණ්ඩාරනායක මහත්මියට විරුද්ධව දැන් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ ඉදිරිපත් කළ තිබෙන දෝෂාභියෝගය ගැන.
What has happened to the impeachment motion brought by the Parliament against Chief Justice Shirani Bandaranaike? The stance of the UNP is clear. The way the motion was examined was wrong. The report of the Parliamentary Select Committee is also a miracle of Asia. This is because international policies that should be followed in examining the motion were violated by the government. What will be the outcome of the conflict between the judiciary, executive and the legislature? This conflict will lead to the creation of a lawless country.
මේ තුන්දෙනාම ගහගන්න එකෙන් අන්තිමයට නවතින්නේ කොහෙද? මෙරටේ නීතියක් ක්‍රියාත්මක නොවන අරාජක තත්ත්වයක් මෙරටේ නිර්මාණය වෙන්නේ. රටේ ආර්ථිකය අපේ කොච්චර අපහසුතාවයකට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවද?
We obtain loans on higher interest in order to pay off the interest of existing loans. That is the state of the country. There were more foreign investors who came to the country during the war. Investors have not been coming to the country after the war because there is no law in the country.
එවැනි තත්ත්වයක් උදා වෙලා තියෙනවා. යුද්ධ කාලේදී මීට වඩා විදේශික ආයෝජකය ආවා. මේ යුද්ධය අවසන් වුණාට පස්සේ ඒ ආයෝජකයන් දැන් ඉන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද රටේ නීතියක් නැහැ.
An event was held to distribute membership cards for representatives of the Dompe branch committee of the United National Party, while documents needed to obtain taximeters for three-wheeler drivers were also presented.
The independence of the judiciary and the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice is a key topic of discussion at present. Here are some of the views that have been expressed yesterday and today regarding the matter.
We do not see this as a question involving Shirani Bandaranaike, because what the government is trying to do here is to put the entire judicial system in its pocket like it did with the parliament. We must prevent this for the sake of democracy. They have tried to do this and made a mess of things. They have created a major crisis in the judicial system. Anti-government proposals are being passed. This is not good for the people. What would happen if the people begin to look at the courts in the same manner that the Chief Justice respected her court, which was Parliament? There would be anarchy in the country. The Chief Justice is a very intelligent person. She is a woman we hold in high esteem. She held the position of judge very respectfully. Therefore, we respectfully ask her not to get caught up in these political mechanisms. What happened when Roshan Chanaka was killed? When your brothers were killed, the judiciary was silent. In order to suppress university student activism, they introduced military training and one student died during that training. When students who were against it went to the courts did not object to that process. When people went to courts against the bill tabled in Parliament extending the maximum time period the police has to detain and question a person for up to 48 hours, the courts did not do anything regarding it. The executive, legislature and judiciary exist to strangle the people. These three arms are oppressing us. The arm known as the legislature wants to be superior than the other arms who are protesting against it. Now there is a major conflict between two of these arms. This intervention they are carrying out involving Chief Justice Shirani Bandaranaike is wrong. But as the people, we need to analyse this.